Hey guys, it's Maverick. Welcome to the Die Machine Easter egg tutorial for beginners, experts, no matter what. I'll give you tips along the way on how to beat this Easter egg if you're struggling or you want to learn it. Before we start, hope you guys like, subscribe, ring the bell, because after this, I will be doing more content for zombies, such as challenges, knife only challenge, starter room only, pistol only, etc. So let's go and jump right in. So on round 1 through 7, maybe 8, you want to play normal, get tons of points, however you do so. But if you do want to do the correct way, which is the best, you want to be able to use the knife. I think you get it at level 15. That will give you maximum points. If you suck with melee, just try to get better with it. It's pretty easy. Then on round 7 or 8, you want to keep around 2 zombies left. The game instructs you on how to get the pack-a-punch and power on. It's pretty easy. Of course, I have visuals, gameplay as we speak. This is actually the first time we beat it, me and my friend here. So you'll be able to use the visuals if you don't know the map too well, etc. But it is pretty easy. But when you go through the portal for the first time, before you go down the second portal, which will cost you 500 points, by the way, just a heads up so you have those points, you want to shoot this fuse this fuse box, shoot it, pick it up, and then go down the portal. Once you go down, you'll find the piece laying right there. Go back to the pack-a-punch and then go ahead and build it. Then on round 8 or so, dogs will come. This is just a heads up because every dog round you will get max ammo. For the veterans, they're probably sighing right now, but for beginners they may not know that. Then on round 9, 10, or 11, you'll get this big guy. First, you want to thin out the horde by training, if you know that term. Basically, you stay in a certain area of the map and loop them around all the zombies. But once you thin out the horde, you want to bring this big guy near this tree where this fungus is. You want him to do his ranged attack where he shoots. If you line up right behind the fungus and he shoots, the fungus should glow, and then you have a little dialogue. Then you've done that correct. That is for upgrading the die. It's the die gun, the wonder weapon. After you successfully do that range attack with the fungus, you want to kill the big guy. He'll split into 2. Kill the first one. Then once you kill the second one, without killing the zombies, so you have time, we'll then drop a yellow key card the second split that you kill. Bring that key card to this location, which is in the quote-unquote weapons lab room. It's on the right side of Speed Cola. You'll enter this mini room. You'll put this card in the slot. You pick up the item and begin the next round. But quickly, I'd recommend for every time you play the game, before you kill off the 2 zombies that you keep alive, I recommend you spend your points, make sure you're armored up, because in the zombies come very quick. And it also should be around round 10 or so. You want to train at the beginning. Then you want to bring them into this room as I do on the gameplay. I'm reading a script here, so it's gotta match what I'm doing here. But you'll need around 30 or so zombies. Some of them will pass by and they won't get sucked alive. But you also want to watch your back just in case. Once it's done, you want to activate that spot again. The door will burst and you can retrieve the wonder weapon. You'll use the wonder weapon to shoot at this crate. Go on the other side of where the crate fell and pick up the flask. Then if you remember the fungus, you want to take that flask, put it right under the fungus. You'll get an action to do so. Then you want to wait about 2 minutes. You don't have to end the round. You can be around the flask if you want while the fungus drips into it. But you are now currently trying to get the first upgrade. There's about 4 of them for the die machine. And after putting it under, it takes around about 2 minutes or so. You don't have to end the round. You're currently getting the 4th up. You're getting one of the 4 upgrades. You can pick it up and go and bring it to this area. It's in the Speed Cola perk room. You put it on the crate. It will freeze over the little animation. And you'll have the 1 out of 4 upgrade for the die gun wonder weapon. It is the Cairo. Next, you'll be getting the Nova 5 upgrade. All upgrades necessary for this Easter egg, by the way. Now, this one's pretty tricky. You'll need a plague hound for this. But first, go to the second story of the first spawn building, where you use the wonder weapon to retrieve the gas canister. You use the left trigger to suck the canister. If you can't use the left trigger, you have to shoot it with the right trigger to kind of kill some ammo. I'm not sure why you have to do this, but then it will let you press the left trigger to then where you can suck the canister and retrieve it. Then you have 2 choices. You can wait for a dog round, so it's a bit easier, or wait on a regular round as when they start to throw zombies and dogs at you, but it's only about 1 or 2 dogs. Then you can kill the zombies without killing the hounds if you can do that. You want to go into the Deadshot Daiquiri room, as you can see, where you'll place the canister. You have to get the plague hound pretty close to it and then shoot him, and then you'll know it's successfully done. The gas will go inside. You'll pick it back up and you'll take it to this location near the jug. It's another crate that looks like the previous one. Place it there. You have to melee the canister. Then you have unlocked the 2nd out of 4 upgrade for the Die Machine Easter egg. For the Die Machine Wonder Weapon. This is the Nova 5 upgrade. Then around round 13, now you'll want to find a portal to find 3 pieces of a scanner. 3-part locations as follows. Kind of give them a code name so it's pretty easy. I'll show them to you as well. Maybe you can use the code name, so next time if you know this Easter egg by heart, which is good for you, you can use these code names if you want. First is I call this the Jugs plane. It's in the Juggernaut area next to this part of the plane. And then heads up, each time you pick these 3 pieces, you'll get about 10 Plague Hounds, which even if you have stamina, you can barely escape from them, but they're very fast. But you can get up to around 30 Plague Hounds, since I think it's around 10 each time you pick up a piece. Then the next piece is near the Pack-a-Punch area, then the spawn room area. After that, you want to go to the bench located behind Pack-a-Punch on the bottom floor. There'll be a bench. You can crack the knuckles, which I'm not sure why. When you Pack-a-Punch in this game, they won't crack the knuckles. Maybe it's to be fast, so you can get your Pack-a-Punch faster, I guess. But at least they put this animation in, which we all love, our classic, for all the classic old school zombie fans. Then once you build that machine, you want to pick it up, then head to the next available portal. You may have to end the round. This portal should be located near the Speed Cola room. You want to enter in it, go inside the computer room, grab the journal, and head right underneath the anomaly. You want to activate the anomaly and then give him the diary. If you don't, the zombies will get triggered, and you have a specific guy when you enter this dimension who's extremely more powerful than the big guy. He looks the same, but he's about glowing red. Another tip, once you give him the diary, no zombies, I believe no Plague Hounds, and none of the big guys should harm you at all, if you stay in the vicinity of this cutscene. Now you don't have to listen to the first cutscene, you can immediately go to the second, which I'll show you. It's the spot near the trial computer. Then you do the same, activate the anomaly, and then give him the diary. You will not be attacked. Then the final spot is near behind Pack-a-Punch. This will take a while. It is recommended you stay for this third cutscene. Next is another cutscene near Speed Cola, but you'll need to activate the computer this time. You've activated the pod. You'll need to use 4 of the upgraded die wonder weapon upgrades for this part. When you go underneath them, there'll be colors. So if you remember the upgrades, green with green, blue with blue, and I'll show you how to get red, and the yellow, which I think is possibly the most OP one. You want to use the yellow one for the very end. So to get the red one, which I think is probably the weakest one, you want to go to this crate near Quick Revive, go and activate it so they have this little speech. After that should be a portal right next to it. You want to follow my direction, which is near the Deadshot Daiquiri room. You'll activate this laser. This one is pretty much the easiest one to get, but it is the weakest out of the 4 in my opinion. Now we're going to get the yellow upgrade, which is probably more complex but not too hard. You may have to wait a whole round if you can't do this in one go, since you will be timed once you're in the second dimension. Then you want to follow these 3 areas. You'll need to suck the 3 crystals and shoot them at this crate way down near Pack-a-Punch. Then I also give code names for these crystals so you know next time it's much easier for you. So the first one is the Quick Revive area. Then you have the Jug area. And finally, the roof of the first building. This is probably the most trickiest one. Now remember, you can only do 1 crystal per time. That's why I'd recommend stamina for this. But once you get the suck from 1 crystal, you shoot it at the crate, and you do it for the second, and finally the third. Now you should have, in my opinion, the strongest upgrade for the die wonder weapon. Then I believe on this round or the next, you may have to wait for the portal. It will be near Speed Cola and activate the cutscene near the location. After these 2 guys talk, they'll drop a wrench after the cutscene in the normal world. You want to pick it up and go to the tank near spawn. Now you'll need a Semtex for this, and to knock around the tanks 3 times. A zombie will pop up and you'll kill him. Pretty easy. After this, you want to throw the Semtex on the hatch that he opened up. You'll know if you've done this correctly when the tank will shoot a bullet near Jug. Now be warned, once you pick this up in this location, you'll need to bring it near where the 2 men were talking about in the cutscene. Then this part really depends. If you're playing it solo, you can easily walk, no biggie. At least have Juggernog. The only things that will spawn are Plague Hounds. I'm not sure if you play with 3 or 4 team, they'll throw zombies in. I'm not sure, but it is Plague Hounds with 1 or 2 from my knowledge. But 1 person will carry it, others will have to defend him. But I do highly recommend you're armed to the teeth, even though it's dogs. After the person puts the ball in the spot, you'll need the big guy again. You may have to wait a couple rounds till you get him. I recommend thinning out the horde, then you get him. Then you'll want to split him into 2. Just kill his first form. Then this is probably one of the most trickiest, but if you thin the horde, it should be easy. You want to take the 2 split pieces right underneath the pod and make sure you at least shot both of the pillars. Remember, red with red, etc., etc. Once you get both pieces in the tube, you want to interact with the computer. A cutscene will play. Once the big guy drops, you'll get a massive horde of dogs. Take them out and then go near Pack-a-Punch until you hear a Weaver. Then you want to go near spawn in the quote-unquote living room area. There'll be a portal. Go in it and then follow my steps to here. This cutscene is pretty long. Just keep that in mind. And this is also recommended if you stay in the cutscene vicinity. You will not get attacked. Now you made it this far. Congratulations. Before you pick up the picture, which will activate the boss fight, I highly recommend you prepare armor, perks, weapons, etc. If we're talking about the die machine upgrade, I'd recommend the yellow one. Then you get a cutscene with Orlov. He will need to be defended. Now what happens here, you get a lot of zombies. Plague hounds, I think body armor zombies, and some of the original big guys. Then you'll get the actual main big guy in there too. You could kill him, but he just turns into an orb, and it kind of just gives you a break from him, but he returns back. Now you could train in the entire area, but if zombies are attacking Orlov, the meter, I think it's on the left side, which needs to progress, which means he's ripping the machine, will not progress if he's being attacked by a whole bunch of zombies. So you want to make sure you're prepared, maybe monkey bombs. But a big tip that I never heard anyone talk about is you can pretty much use the wonder weapon the entire time here, because zombies will drop these blue crates which will contain ammo, and you could just use it infinitely. So he need to be defended in about 3 areas. One is near Pack-a-Punch, the second on the side, on the left side I believe. Left side of Pack-a-Punch if we're looking at it straight, and then he'll be one underneath, which is probably the hardest one. Highly recommend. This will take practice. I mean, leave a comment if you do it on the first try. I'll be very impressed. But it's mainly that third part you'll probably... But your first time, just try to stay calm, but you may not beat it. Then once the screen turns white, Orlov will have ripped all 3 main parts of the portal, which he built, and he wants to... It's basically a story of a scientist forced to do work, and then he didn't like the work he did. So the path to the very end you have to follow is on screen. You must do this path. If you don't, you will fail. A huge tip is to not touch the blue lightning. If you do, I hear it's an insta-down, which would suck, because since you come this far, follow the path. You may have to kill about 5 or so zombies. It's not like an exfil. But you'll just have to defend yourself for a couple seconds. Helicopter would come, and boom, that is how you do the Easter egg, guys. Hope you guys like, subscribe. You will get a calling card, an achievement or a trophy, and pride since you have completed this Easter egg. So leave a comment if it worked, guys. Be on the lookout as well. Like the video if you liked it, and again, be on the lookout for future content. Zombies, we'll be doing challenges, etc. Peace out, guys.
Just went nuclear. Facility has been destroyed.
Good work, strike team. We've closed the breach.